Welcome to today's CoreX Performance video. Today's video focuses on ankle and foot mobility. We have our demo Ben with us here today, and what we're going to start with are some ankle rotations. So for this, you can be seated on the ground, in a chair, it doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our right side, so we're going to hook our right arm underneath our right knee. We're going to keep that knee nice and close to our chest. We're going to place our left hand over our shin, and you can place the right hand on the left arm for comfort. We're going to try and make the biggest circle we can with our toes or with our ankle. And what we're going to start with is bringing our shin, our foot up to our shin. We're going to roll it towards the one side. We're going to continue to roll that foot down towards the ground, pointing your toes down. Roll it inwards and continue to go through these circles here. Go at your own pace. I'd rather you go slow than go too fast. And I really want you to try and expand the range here, meaning try and make the biggest circle possible. Wherever you are in your rotation, I want you to pause, and you're going to switch directions. If your ankle clicks or you hear a snap, that's okay, as long as there's no pain. If there's pain, get that checked out. We'll finish our last rotation on this side here. We're going to repeat that same sequence, even things out on the other leg. So same setup as the other side. Hook the same arm of that leg underneath. Keep that knee and thigh as close to you as possible. And we're going to go at your own pace here. Make the largest circle you can with your ankle here. Try and keep those toes straight. I know it's hard. Wherever you are, I want you to pause, switch directions. If you're wondering why we set up like this, your arms and your hands are helping to lock out and prevent movement, as much movement as possible from your hip and your knee. And we'll slowly relax here now that we've evened things out. We're now going to go into our passive ankle dorsiflexion stretch. So for this, we'll get into our runner stance, our kneeling stance, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see here, Ben is going to focus on that right leg. He's going to lean over as far as you can go. Absolutely support yourself with the ground. If the ground's too far down for you, you can have something like a bench or a kettlebell nearby. Just lean over as far as you can go, stretching the back of your ankle and your calf. Really trying to increase that range as much as possible. But this is passive here, it's not the same tails and rails exercise that we've done multiple times in the past. We'll start to come out of this side here, and we'll repeat that on the other leg. We're gonna do this a couple times per leg, so don't worry. Want to make sure we keep that heel on the ground. We'll start to slowly come out of this side here again, and we're gonna go back to that other leg for another minute here. See if you can get a little deeper than you did the first time. And now that you've had some time on both ankles, see if one moves a little better than the other. Once again, we'll slowly come up out of here. One more time on the other leg, evening things out. Remember to breathe. Really try to keep that knee in line with those toes, not veering in or out. And slowly come up out of this. Excellent. We're now going to move into our plantar fascia stretch. So for this, you're going to stay kneeling and you're going to keep your toes on the ground as well as your knees on the ground, but your heels and the rest of your foot is off of the ground. And the stretch can be however intense you want. The more pressure or the more you lean back onto your heels, the more you'll feel it in through the balls of your feet. And this is just a nice stretch in through the bottom of our foot, in through that tough tissue that we call the plantar fascia. Excellent. We'll slowly come out of this stretch here. Might be a new one for you there. Ben's going to lose the socks here to show us how we're going to work on our toe mobility, which contributes to foot and mobility. And what we're going to do are some big toe lift-offs. So for this, we want to keep our outside four toes down and we're only going to lift our big toe up off the ground. We're going to drop it back down, and we're going to do 10 repetitions of this here. If you're having trouble with this, you can use your hand to keep the outside 4 toes down. Similarly, if you're having trouble initiating that big toe coming up, you can passively lift it up and try and hold it there. So once we're done 10 of the big toe raises, we're going to stay on this side here, and we're going to do 10 what we call lateral toe raises. So these are the outside 4 toes, and we're going to lift them as high as we can go off the ground here. Ten reps. We'll even things out whenever you're done. Of course, if you're not done on the other side yet, no problem. But 10 reps of big toe liftoffs and lateral toe liftoffs. Excellent. So continue at your own pace. See if you notice a difference between the mobility of your toes side to side. That does conclude our mobility portion for today's CoreX programming. I encourage you to continue along with the strength component. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.